Moore is still with us, Robert Wolf as well. You know, Steve, he can comfortably tout a drop in energy prices that would lead to the sale of more of those, gas-fueled cars. Right now, oil down 28% since President Trump took to his second term in office. Gas prices today down 10% now since he's back in the White House.
Yeah, and by the way, Sandra, as I look at the picture on the screen and see that factory there in Michigan, I remember when I was a kid, maybe in the early 1970s, and my parents took me to a Ford plant in Michigan, and it was a sweatshop. I mean, it didn't look like anything like what you're seeing there. It's a real tribute to American progress and progress in terms of the manufacturing boom that has really taken place in the last few years, and you love to see that. You love to see Americans making these cars and a manufacturing boom. But look, it is a solid economy in all ways, and we used to measure inflation by what the gas price is, and you're right. The gas price is down 20 to 25%. I had a friend just yesterday from Colorado send me a picture of his gas at the pump, and it was $1.79 a gallon. These are really good numbers, and when people pay less for gas, that's more money they have to spend on other things. Robert, what's wrong with that?
Fair enough, Robert. To you on that, is your party nervous that in a midterm election year, gas prices are now down 10% under this president? We're looking at $2.82 a gallon. That's AAA today. They were well over $3 just a short time ago.
Listen, I love that gas prices are down. And Steve and Sandra, you know the facts. I mean, when Steve says it's a manufacturing boom, he's an economist. Actually, 2025, we saw almost 100,000 job losses in manufacturing. So it's the tale of two cities. President Trump's right that we have the ability of a manufacturing construction boom, but he's wrong on the jobs. Actually, we're down 100,000 in 2025. So let's not talk that. Those people who lost their jobs, they don't feel the wages and the boom he's talking about. And the reason is we've had, as Steve points out, we've had incredible productivity gains. But we should just be clear that because of tariffs and because of, the supply chain issues we've had, manufacturing is not booming. That's just not a fact. And Steve should come clean on that.
Hold on.
Okay, I'll let Steve take that one.
Look, there are 7.2 million job openings in this country. Bill Ford just said a few weeks ago that they have something like 25,000 mechanics jobs that are open that pay, Robert, over $100,000 a year. So the jobs are out there for the people who have the skills to do them. I think one of the problems with the U.S. economy right now is a lot of the kids graduating from high school and college these days, Sandra, don't have the skills to meet the jobs.
There's no doubt there's a skills gap, and there's no doubt there's an effort on the part of this administration to bring those manufacturing jobs back to America. But so many Democrats have taken issue with tariffs that the president just touted are working, and those tariffs are a big part of President Trump's efforts to bring manufacturing jobs back to America. I can't imagine somebody like you, Robert, believes that can happen overnight. There definitely has been signs of hope, though, in the American manufacturing industry.
Can I answer since you?
I didn't ask anything. But
I'll answer that.
I mean,
no, you mentioned my name as you can't believe.
Go ahead.
I'm a supporter of tariffs as a blunt instrument. I'm actually a supporter of where Steve and the Conservative Party is on tariffs, that it should be a blunt instrument, not across the board. Ask conservative economists if they think across the board tariffs are working, which is why he's going back on things like coffee. Well, you didn't let me finish. That's fine.
Well,
go ahead.
You've said it before, Robert, right? You have said that the president has come back on some things. This is how things are made. This is how you do things. This is how you lead. You admit some parts aren't working. And
I agree.
Changes.
We're giving him a mulligan. We gave him a mulligan. It's fine. I'm glad.
Well, Robert, like you and I agree that I'm not a big tariff guy, as you know, Sandra, but you got to admit he's got some great trade deals. I mean, he's getting these other countries to bring hundreds of billions of dollars back to the United States. We're getting other countries to lower their tariffs. He's getting a level playing field. I like that aspect of Trump's trade policy, Sandra. I think American workers do, too.
Well, those who live in the Detroit area are definitely feeling an economic boom as a result of the manufacturing that's happening right there at that facility that he's visiting. The headline on the White House .gov page today is Make Driving Great Again. Robert, go ahead. You got 5 seconds.
But But Steve, you know the countries aren't paying tariffs. That's why Costco's suing. It's the countries don't pay the tariffs. The companies pay the tariffs. So we should just be clear on that as well. But I'm a supporter of using the tariffs as a blunt instrument against China and other places like he's
done
doing.
that.
So I'll
Okay.
end positive.
Well, that's in the works.
I said I'll end positive.
All right. Excellent. I appreciate the discussion, gentlemen, and we'll have it again. Thank you so much.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.